completed under the Goodluck administration. I remember that vividly, and I couldn't understand why, especially the Bayelsa axis was the way it was, because for many people, the president at the time was from Bayelsa, so why was the Bayelsa axis the way it was? So I think it's unfair that when we bring up the East-West Road, a lot of people tend to slight that administration and not look at where the road was even before that administration, came in. I will take a few calls now. We'll come back to my guest and make that introduction shortly. Nigeria Info, good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from, and let's get your response to the question.
Okay. My name is Victor. Calling from Rumukrusi.
Okay.
The state of that road is very, very bad. The community road that they are passing through, if you are passing there in the night, they will rob you. You will definitely be robbed. Especially small Sianas. All those small cars, they rob them. Like these trucks, sometimes they rob us, but you just park and maybe you collect money and you go. But I want to say this. The issue of this coastal road, the money that they are going to use to work that is coastal road, if they put half of it in the East-West Road, you have a very good, because look at from Endemic Junction to Refinery, to One. It's nothing to write home up. Today this one will come and say, I want to do this, the other one will come, I want to do this. At the end of the day, they will just back up. It's not helping.
All right, Nigeria Info, good morning. Yeah, we lost that call. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, Andre, good morning.
Good morning to you. Go on.
Is to fix that road by federal government that they are using that for to play. It's very, very bad now. The money is not too big, but they can give you huge allocation and little allowance, sitting allowance, and that thing. Just to fix that. Look at our LMA road, LMA Apache road. They've abandoned it. It's not good. Please do this road for people. And what that man said is true. When you are passing those communities, you pay. At night they will rob you. East-West Road, now they know that it's an East-West Road. Nobody can block that road. They should please let people block Nigeria. That place is very bad. Thank you, Honorable.
All right, thank you. I think we heard the governor of Bayelsa State also as say a few things with regards to the contractor handling the road and his conversation with the Minister of Works. So I think that goes a long way to also explain that, yes, the government was aware of the situation of the road after the flood and what it did to the flood. And what was even shocking was when the Bayelsa State government was saying, in Bayelsa, this was what happened to several roads, and we were able to fix those roads, right, before in a short time with lean resources. So we don't understand why for the federal government, the East-West Road, since the flood and what the flood did to the road, the contractors have been there. Remember, we had this thing. He said, how many years now? Those contractors have been there, and the work they finish. Forgive my local vernacular. Sorry, but it's something that needs to be questioned. And if you heard the governor, he said the contractor said it was the impatience of drivers. Nigerian for good morning.
Good morning, it's me, Andrew.
Yep, let's hear you.
Yeah, Comrade Letanberg from Bori.
Go ahead.
My concern in this issue is that this one that the federal government or NDDC is doing it section by section. I think the way they normally do this thing is that they allocate this contract to like 4 or 5 companies, and that they will start at once. This one is doing the Indiaman Yenegua axis of this one. They will give this one from social distance to social distance, from Element Junction to social distance. I think that is the way it is awarded, so that it will not look as if sentiment is added to it or they decide to do a particular one. Look at the work they were doing at Element Road. They just do that. They just start to grade the road. After a time, they have stopped. And now they jump to Biama Yenegua and other axis again. Very soon they will do that one to some certain extent. People are expecting that the job will be serious and all that. They will leave it again, and you will begin to hear another one again. Is that how it's supposed to be done? They've not finished the axis of the thing. If they are doing all, they should do at once so that all will match together. So
all right.
We know that problem is
Letanberg, thank you.
Are they jumping from one side to the other?
Thank you, Letanberg. Let's move on now to another caller quickly. Nigeria Info. Good morning.
Good morning, Ifemi.
Good morning.
My name is Frank, calling from Eli.
All right, Frank.
Okay, let me comment on the issue of the part of the East West Road. You know, the alternative road that we are passing is using my community now to bus to Ahoda. And that my community road is also some part of my road. It's not good. I have been calling that let the state government come and repair the place. The East West Road, that place has been in bad condition since. Instead of federal government to do something about it, they allow that place to be in bad shape that people cannot pass there. So now, there's no way for them to pass there. They are turning around, and it's not good. Let them do something so that people can go to from Bayelsa to Port Harcourt easily. It will take some passengers 3 to 5 hours for them to divert. That is not good. People are suffering.
All right.
Please. Let them do
thank you.
something. Let them come to our area. Our road is not good.
Thank you very much. But we have a commercial coming. When we return, we'll speak with my guest and find out these alternative routes and their conditions.
Stay with us. Nigeria Info. We'll Democracy is the freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Nigeria Info opens the mic.
Upper State, Nigeria Info. Good morning. Conversation continues. And quickly, let me introduce my guest. He's a comrade. In fact, he says senior comrade. Chiwokwa Nweze. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, Chiwokwa Nweze is the President General, Orashi Youth Forum. I've told us before, the Orashi region comprises of Aoda, East and West, Abua Odwa, Ogba Egbema, and Doni. And this morning, he would be talking to us about the East-West Road. Most importantly, the condition of the alternative routes. The other areas that we are now using to boycott the bad spots on the East-West Road. What is the state of those areas? That's where we're starting with. Let me quickly get onto my guest. But remember that we're streaming on Facebook. So you can watch us and drop your comments on Facebook real time. So go there now, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Mr. Nweze, quickly, what is the situation, especially with these alternative routes? People have been saying alternative routes. I know the Okugbe axis for the Bayelsa side, but they say the outer axis here is the communities they are now serving as the outlets for motorists who want to, cut past the bad section of the road. Where are these alternatives, and what is the condition of those roads now?
Okay, it's quite unfortunate that we find ourselves in such situation, like a good citizen of Orashi region who stayed in Ahoda, who knows all the channels that you can get to Bayelsa and other areas. The alternative road you are using now, if you are coming from Port Harcourt to Ahoda, you pass through the County Grammar School, you get to a community called Olapata Community, another community called Ihuburuko Community, Opatabo Community, Anakba Community, Oyiba Community, Idu Community, Uporede Community, before you get to a community called Okobe at the East-West Road. I hope you know Okobe.
So that's when you now come out.
Yeah, that's when you now come. But there you have already caught the whole the bad spots. But the fact is that those communities' roads are not meant for federal.
The traffic of vehicles that pass through them.
Yeah, they're like one of the bridge, like the roads have about 5 bridges, and the report reaching me is that about 3 bridges is shaking because these are bridges that it was done about 40 years ago, and it's not meant for such public people to use. So there's a lot of issues, there's a lot of problem. I call on the governor of Rivers State to look into the internal roads, the alternative roads, as urgent as to fix it up so that people can still be using it. But however, I want to use the opportunity to call on Mr. President because the federal government, Minister of Works, I think they are not doing up to expectation of the people, So I'm calling on the Mr. President to remove the work from Minister of Works to give to NDDC. All right.
We know that reports have it that the NDDC are already
they are doing as an intervention agency.
Yes, but
it's beyond it. What I'm saying is let there be mandate that NDDC take this job from. Let there be mandate by taking the job from Minister of Works to NDDC and give them duration of time to cover up.
Right. We've had a lot of back and forth with this, but I wouldn't want us to get to this part yet. I still want us to dwell a little bit more on the roads in the community, because you mentioned calling on the state government. Yes. The question is, first of all, give us an idea. The roads that are bad now, were they good before?
They're not also good before.
So what would people do? It now brings us to what were the council chairmen at that time doing about these roads in their communities that now we're seeing that if we had done the right things in the past couple of years and ensured that the various roads in those councils were in good shape, at least now we might not be, it might not be as bad as it is now. So, what happened?
We have a road network issue in our region. This report in River State here, have a road network issue. When you be swearing in as a chairman, you be giving order on what to do, what not to do before you now talk about the greatness of the chairman. So what I'm saying is that the roads are not in a good shape, and people using it now are spoiling it more and more. If you want people to be using it as an alternative, let the governor give attention to it and fix it up, because the roads are worse than how it was before.
But if we're honest, you know that there's nothing that the state government will do now, because the contractors cannot come now and walk the road and fix it in the next couple of months. It is going to be a challenge. So is there any other way you think we can go about this? And how bad is it, and how is this affecting the people in those communities?
Wow, it's quite unfortunate. That's what I'm saying. And when I got the call of coming for this interview, I was very happy, because I saw an opportunity where I'm going to talk to the general public of what my people are passing through.
So paint the picture. Let's understand. Let's see what is happening.
There's a lot of tension in those communities.
Which of them?
Yes.
All of them? Name them. Let's know what exactly it is.
Good. The living in those communities are very threatening, because the children there's some children that have not seen car before. All those expensive cars. When they see the car, they'll be watching cars. They're watching television. Before you know, I had somebody called me. That was day for yesterday. That about 3 children were coming from school. One jeep, one of the clean car jammed them because they are watching it. It's not a urban area. It's a rural area.
I need you to be a bit more specific, right? So I need these communities. While you go on, mention the areas and specifically, in this community, this is what the people are facing. In this other one,
like the community called Opatabo. That is after Ihuburuku, before you get to Anakbo and Oyiba. I got a call that there's no fuel station in that area.
Yes.
There's a bus that was coming from Port Harcourt going to Bayelsa, a bus, and when they go to the place, they can't find fuel because fuel finish in their bus. So the community have all of them in the car. They have to calm down, and at the end of the day, when the driver could have find fuel, the passengers will not complete again. Most of them have gone to the internal community and create some havoc. I called my security agent, my task force, because I have a task force committee that's as a Orashi president. We have a task force trying to checkmate criminalities. I have to call my task force chairman. Where are you? Go to Anakbo and Opatabo. There's a crime. There's a serious crime happening now. There's some buses. They can't find some guys that they are inside the bus again. Can you hear me now? Women are complaining to Olapata community. They complained to me that some people packed and they said they can't go again. You can't go. They have to go back. But they have to stay in Orapata. Is there a community? They say the place is far. There's a hold up in the front. Are you hearing me now? Where they are drinking, they cause trouble. Where somebody was wounded. Are you hearing me? Because the fact is that the road is not a federal road, and there's a lot of pressure. You understand? There's a pressure.
And there's also the social aspect of it, because the people in those communities are not familiar with the kind of lifestyle and how
different faces on daily basis. The pressure is high. You understand? The pressure is high. Married women are complaining, harassing them and all that. We are not happy. We are coming from a region that produces the highest oil and gas that is feeding the nation. We consume over 47% of oil and gas. We are supposed to be treated specially. Are you hearing me now? Federal government should see this as an emergency to look into it critically, because before you know, it will be worse than this level.
What about the reports we have of youths in some of these communities where the drivers pass through, setting up roadblocks, collecting levies before people can pass? In fact, there are some people that said if evening 5 p.m. meets you on that road in any of these communities, the chances of you getting robbed is usually very high.
It's quite unfortunate. As earlier said, it's quite unfortunate when issues like this happen. You hear everything that's supposed to hear. Though there are some spots that are deeply bad. Some persons that they feel they have our people we are accommodating. You understand me now? They felt it's good for people to pass because we don't know where you find yourself tomorrow. Some persons organize, go to market and guide some things that will make sure cars can be able to access. Because if they leave it, you will sleep there. Based on what is happening, they say no. They have to assist. So when you get there, look at what we are doing. We are going to market to get some material, get to the bush, cut big stick to make sure you can be able to access. What do you have? Can you assist us? In that nature, somebody, just like when your motor sink, somebody come to help you, free your car to go. On that generosity, on that appreciation, thank you very much for assisting me. It's not by force. Anybody said they are forcing him. He said, I heard so, but I'm not believing that it's the truth because I know my people. Are you hearing me now? I know my people. But if somebody assisted you and you help, it's not the all, how far now, now would they do this one? It's a normal thing. You say, okay, some other time, they will leave you. If you say they are forcing somebody, nobody forcing anybody, because my task force committee, they are formidable. They are doing very well. That's why we are trying to organize a summit by next month, on the World Peace Day, to make sure we decide our people on the way forward, because the system is not like as usual. You understand? So security network, we need to tell our people what.
Do you think, with the traffic at the moment in those communities and how congested the roads are, if the state government is able to fix the very bad parts? Because, okay, I'm looking at a message here on Facebook that says the alternative route from Aoda East to Aoda West linked to Okobe community, the road between Ihuburuko community and Opatabo community is really bad and need urgent attention. Now, if we have those areas that are really bad, perhaps some maintenance work done on them, you think that could help? Because I mean, is it possible that the state government can look at trying to, or the council in itself? We know that we have CTCs now to do some maintenance on those areas.
Except on the directive of the governor to the council chairman, that please, these critical areas, please give it attention. I'm mobilizing you to give it attention. Yes, they will not do it. Or the governor can set a committee just to make sure that people access, because the road is the only alternative road for now. Yes, it will be from Ahoda to Abu, and then use water to Imbiama from boat, which is going to take like 1 hour. You have to park your car in the water side, you miss water side, and take to Imbiama. You have to park your car. How are you sure of your car? You understand me now? So the only way is for governor to set a committee or direct the chairman of Ahoda West quickly to attend to those critical areas.
And from what you said, it's sad because we have not had any investment in water transport that I can say. Because I mean, if we've also been investing adequately in water transport and making sure that it is something that meets standard, world standard, by now many people could opt for, okay, let's use water, enter boat or enter ferry or whatever, and get to where we are going to. But unfortunately, we have not done. There are those that say what we're seeing now and we've not learned from is a decay of infrastructural development, or because the infrastructural development that we see in politics most of the times across different parts of the country is as a result of man no man or for political gains, and not because we are structurally looking at how can we position this state or this council to see that development grows and we improve this sector or that sector. You think that the bad kind of politics, as described by many, is why this is where we are? How does the politics that we have affect this situation?
My brother, a lot are involved in the system. So when you come to public, you know how to talk because a lot are involved. You understand? You
not enough to talk as me. You can't tell us what's real and what's true, because the people who are listening know. They see. So
the fact is that
it's not that you say anything new.
The fact is that you, just like when you stay and you machete your hands, the hand you are using to eat, you machete your hand. That's what we are saying now. You are being given a contract, or see that you are in the head of affair that is supposed to give directive or implement any policy, and you are not implementing it. You are given contract, and one story or the other day, Senate President was telling us that East-West road issue could be a thing of the past, but some cartel or some stakeholder from Ogoni land and petitioned him when he was a minister for Niger Delta that the work should be removed from Ministry of Niger Delta to Ministry of Works. You understand me now? And there was no budget, no provision for that. Transferring the work was another long period of time before the work would move to.
But they did that because perhaps under his watch as minister, then the work was not also moving fast, and they felt attention would come if it was moved.
So if I still come back to that's a particular point that is disturbing me, is I need to let the whole world know. The people managing this now are Niger Delta people. All of us we are using the road. So if they give you the contract, if that's by the grace of God, Mr. President moved the work from Ministry of Works to NDDC and give them duration and mobilize them. I want to tell you, it will be easy for Orashi people, Niger Delta people, to move to NDDC and tell them what is happening now, not Ministry of Niger Delta, NDDC is in Eastern Bypass. It will be easy for us to work there and tell this job was given to you within this short period of time. What is happening? Because the worst part is that they are also using it. David Umaye, you have not passed this road for the past 2-3 years. Are you hearing me now? David Umaye, the minister for have not passed this road for the past 2 weeks. It's only when he sends people for inspection and whatever they tell him what to take. Are you hearing me now? So we are still moving that this work should be given to NDDC. So I will know how to do it. The managing director is from Bayelsa. The chairman is from Delta. The DFA is from River State. You know, these are people. This road connect all of us. Because if he pass this level, I'm speaking as Orashi president, who is governed the whole area that is affecting deeply. If he pass this level, we even support and make it worse. If people in the position does not see that what is happening now is going to
by support and make it worse, what do you mean?
What I mean is that we broke even our road. We can decide not. Do you know that
no vehicles will pass?
I'm telling you, it will be worse because those vehicles that are moving front and back are delivering, are servicing. You know, are delivering services to the nation. Are you hearing me now? So when you send somebody and the thing does not get to the place, it's not affecting. We will help the system to spoil worse, to be worse than this level. If they don't look it critically and see that this thing is not good. Akpabio said it's a renew NDDC, that the Niger Delta people are not supposed to complain again. There's a lot of money in the system. But let the policies be implemented. Can you hear me now?
Let's take a few messages. We'll come back to you because we're already running out of time. The numbers to call are 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. If you've been following the conversation, you must have been hearing from my guest. He is the President General, Orashi Youth Forum, Chiwokwa Nweze. He said quite a lot. Well, let's get your own view. Blessed Allah said it's unfortunate that Nigerians have allowed the National Assembly to be making laws without changing the Nigerian Constitution. That is the reason for all of this we're facing. Blessing says, my brother man, the road has caused me damage. Shifting. Okay, so lady says shifting when I was going to Oyigbo, I had to visit a nearby midwife to correct my anatomy. Government should come to our aid. Thanks. Chinemeze says alternative from Aoda East to Aoda West. Okay, I think we took that before. Check all the named contractors that have handled the East West Road. All are from the Niger Delta, and it's quite unfortunate. Frank Emmanuel, you sent that one in. We'll take a few more calls. We already took some before, but let's hear what you're saying. Williams from Oyigbo, you've heard my guest now. All right. Good morning.
Good morning. It's me, Andrew. I greet your guest in the house.
Thank you.
It's me, Andrew. What that man, the President General, is saying is the real thing. As a matter of urgency, the needful should be done because I come from that area. I am from Ege clan in Oba Edema. So when it comes to Orashi region, like he has so mentioned, I come from that area. A lot has not been done in that area, and we are producing the highest of oil and gas, like he's saying. So there are things that you cannot neglect for so long. The government should do the needful one because that area he's mentioning is I can say of a truth is the how will I put it? They are producing the highest of oil and gas. So things like this, you cannot neglect them for so long. So the needful should be done by fixing all those roads. East-West Road, government will come, government will go. They will leave it. I don't know what is in the East-West Road that they cannot fix. There are other roads, even internal roads in those areas that he's mentioned. They should start work immediately. It's not something that you can be pampering and romancing with.
All right,
there are
Williams.
things that call for urgency. Okay, look at the other time. They just within 2 days they pass new national anthem, the old national anthem, into bring it back, pass it to law. There are things that you are not supposed to leave for so long. That road has lingered for years, for decades. So it should be something that they should give attention.
All right, Robin from Eche. Good morning. Let's hear you quickly, Robin. Good morning. Hello, Robin. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't hear you clearly. We would have to end the call, Robin. Unfortunately, we can't hear you clearly over here. On WhatsApp, some of the messages here. Let's see. This is from Thank God Ability. He says, thank God Ability says, thank God Ability, this is too long. Where are you writing this from? For more than 1 week now, my goods have been stuck on the East-West Road due to the deplorable nature of the road, he says. Another person says, is everything about politics? Good morning. Passing through those communities is not safe, if you ask me. My question is, what is the government saying about the road? When would they finish it, since it has been awarded? We'll be wrapping up in under 5 minutes. Let me take one more call first, and then there's a question I'm going to need to respond to before we go. Justice in Omudioga, good morning.
My friend Andrew, good morning.
Yes, go on.
My regards to your guest.
Okay.
Andrew, if you go to confirm how much it has cost the federal government to fix that section of the East-West Road from Goodluck Jonathan to Buhari down to Tinubu, you'll be shocked that it has cost billions. But up till now, nothing has been done. That is as a result of bad leadership. If government want to fix that road, they should be intentional about it. You give the contractor money to do project. The contractor didn't do it. Go after the contractor. If the contractor cannot refund the money, then you should go back to site. And your guest saying that the project should be given to NDDC to do. I don't think that idea is a very correct one. NDDC alone has more than 500 abandoned projects in River State, talk more of the whole Nigeria State. They have not done their core responsibility. They want the road to be given to them. It's not possible. They cannot do it. NDDC cannot do it. So I want to plead to the government. Let us be more intentional about fixing the road in Niger Delta. It is very certain that Niger Delta, that produces oil, feeding the nation, does not have good road for people to pass. It's appalling now.
All right, Justice.
We can do better. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you. Already, we heard some of them. I mean, you were in the studio at the time on the first half of the conversation. But this is a question I ask, and I'll need you to respond. Now, most of the times, now we are seeing what's happening with these alternative roads. And they were not in good shape before. And for what I've said, they're not even worse.
Yeah.
When the East-West Road is now fixed, do you think attention will be now given to those internal roads to fix them? No,
it will not be given to them.
So how would the communities, where would the communities now go from there? Because the moment the East-West Road is fixed, everybody returns to the East-West Road.
Yes.
What now happens to those internal roads that are now worse than they were before?
That is why I'm saying that I think if all boiled down to politics, the system is something else. If those roads had been fixed before now, highest would have been trying to know how to manage
the traffic.
The traffic to make sure that people get to their destination. Are you hearing me now? Because the name Orashi is no longer like that again. Orashi is normal now. Though speaks is easy to destroy, but to come back is always difficult. But I want to tell you, people can sleep at least 2 hours, 1.5 eye close, not like before that you be watching like monkey. Are you hearing me now? So what am I saying? Once East-West Road is being fixed, nobody talked about the alternative road they're using now. And if federal government did not take action immediately, I'm telling you, I'm in a public place. I'm talking with all sense of, I know why I'm saying this. We are going to make sure we'll stop all vehicles going to Bayelsa, Lagos, but anywhere. We are going to make sure we'll stop everybody using the alternative route. Maybe from there, they will see there's a serious issue. Are you hearing me now? That's why I said, let another NDDC or state government, because the road was not good before, and as they are using it, they are worse than before. Are you hearing me now? Immediately after now, the people will be suffering. So let them come. This is the opportunity for us to get them to come and fix it so that it will be like the way it was before they are using it. Anything more than now, nobody knows us. Or nothing you will speak. Because once somebody comes to a position who will now be politician, this is my cousin, this is my nephew, this is my...
So you're saying in those communities, the contracts or the road contracts are given based or done based on where the person feels he has a relative or a political friend or...
Finish. Not more than that. Are you hearing me now? That is the situation. If somebody in the system is coming from that area, there's another area that deals have been fixed now. Because at the position of the governor to say, okay, you, so that I'm awarding so road. You know, if this road had been awarded before now and being fixed, knowing that it's a good network road that in case anything happen, we are back.
Mr. Nweze, we have to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for your time. We'll keep in touch and get more development as things continue to unfold.
Nigeria Info.
The road, but we have to go for a commercial now.
My country people, Mama, Papa, and Pikin.